Good morning, everybody. It is Dr. Vibe here, host and producer of the award-winning Dr. Vibe Show, the home of Epic Conversations, and I'm the host of Epic Conversations. 2020 Best Podcast News Award winner, 2018 Innovation Award winner, given out by the Canadian Ethnic Media Association. I also co-host and co-produce the only online show in the world for dads and fathers, sponsored by Dove Men Plus Care. And being part of that team, and I still am, thankfully, in 2022 and 2021, we reached out directly and indirectly to over 100,000 fathers around the world. Good morning, Ryan Knight.
Yeah, good day, Dr. Vibe. And for those that do not know who Ryan Knight is, one of the co-founders of the Afro-Caribbean Business Network. We support entrepreneurs of African and Caribbean heritage, really to figure out what stage the business is in and then help them create a strategy to grow their companies exponentially. I am an entrepreneur myself. I run a company called Detailing Nights. So we provide mobile waterless car cleaning. So we go to people's houses or their offices, clean their cars on the spot without using water, and our plant-based eco-friendly cleaning supplies. And we're going into the last push of the 2023 season. Winter lingering, but
well, it's lingering outside of Toronto. It's hit, but it's not Toronto yet, right?
Yeah, so true, so true.
All right. So before we go any further, we want to do our Monday ritual, a good ritual that is.
Yes.
Let's put it up here. This episode of the Morning Vibe is brought to you by the Macmillan Group, providing mortgage solutions one solution. Well, one Monday episode, one solution at a time since 1999, buying, refinancing, or investing. Call them. The two numbers there, 905-813-4354 in Canada, US 904-886-5636 in the United States of America. So that's one thing that they do. Also, we want to just put up their full contact information here up on the screen. There's the Canada number. There's the US number. Toll-free number. North American, maybe probably this side of the world, toll-free 866-883-0885. Website, themacmillangroup.com. And then email address, raycmcmillan@gmail.com. So what's been going on, Ryan? We haven't chatted hardly at all over the last
minute. Yeah. Things are progressing well. I'll let people get the update because I did post it. I posted it online. My last picture of oxtail. I was like, I'm starting the detox. So we did the 5-day juice detox.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Broke the fast, I would say, properly, having my fruits in the morning and leafy vegetables in the evening. So, I mean, I'll say lasted
about... This is important.
Hey, I should have that beside me too.
Yes.
And so I cheated a little bit. I haven't done full 30 days, full plant-based. So somebody saw me on the weekend. So Marion, I saw her at Yorkdale because I was there with my wife and we were going to the Cheesecake Factory. And she's like, what are you doing? And she's like, poking my belly. You're supposed to be on a fast.
People are watching you, guy. People are watching you.
So not fully doing the 30-day plant-based, but my morning fruits and afternoon vegetables, I'm keeping that. So breakfast and lunch, definitely way more healthy. Once a week, I'm cheating. I'll say once a week. Yep. But I haven't had oxtail, so I will stay away from oxtail for at least 30 days and see how we're doing. But I will say I'm slimming a little bit. I wouldn't say like full weight loss. Weight loss is happening, but I feel the arms I noticed aren't as chunky. So it's interesting.
Wow. Yeah, well, I'm keeping up, like I'm saying. Let's say I'm about 70-75% now what I'm doing, and there's another I was talking with Fitness IQ Cam yesterday, and she was talking to while she was making her her homemade Italian dressing and her salad. So she's like, I'm not Carolyn, but I guess I'm one of her accountability partners. I guess I am her accountability partner, showing me all the foods that she made. So that's fantastic. What else is going on in your world? Anything else of craziness?
Yeah, not too much. We've been heads down for this last month of the season, really with detailing nights. So we have about 5 teams on the go throughout the GTA as kind of the last push before winter. But I am looking at getting a spot for the winter. So if anybody knows somebody renting it, like a warehouse or
Oh,
temporary, if you have a mechanic shop and you have extra space, we're going to be checking in to have a spot for the winter. But
okay.
usually we just kind of shut it down and come back for the spring.
All right. Well, a few things before we get on. We got a great conversation as always
Yes.
happening this morning. But subscribe to the Dr. Vibe Show on YouTube. Go to YouTube, hit the subscribe and notification button. Also follow the Dr. Vibe Show on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Also, let me do this one first. To advertise your business, product, or service, please email on any of the platforms. Email us,
Yes.
dr.vibe at the dr.vibeshow.com. And I want to say thank you very much. Ryan included that blurb on one of his recent ACBN mailouts. So I want to thank you so much for that.
Yes.
I'm speaking something's going to happen out of that. And always join the Morning Vibe Discord group where we continue the conversation offline. In between conversations, email me again, dr.vibe at the dr.vibeshow.com. Before we get all our friends up this morning, one other quick thing that I was able to do on the weekend. Some people may know the name Denim Jolly.
Right, yes.
So
you're saying
Denim,
your dad's like really close friends with him?
yes, they've known each other since high school at Cornwall College in Montego Bay, Jamaica.
Wow.
So they've been friends for over 70 years. Mr. Jolly's done so many things, from being the owner of Canada's first Black major radio station to paying off the debt of the Jamaican Canadian Association in Toronto. Done a lot of things, helped a lot of people in a lot of different ways. Well, about 10 minutes drive from where I live, about a year and a half ago, Mr. Jolly had a street dedicated in his name called Jolly Way.
Okay, nice.
And we all went there. It was a little bit of a chilly day, but then on Saturday, he had a park that's adjacent to the street, dedicated to in his name, Jolly Way Park, and we're invited by by some people to come and see the event, enjoy the event. It was a great event. Maybe not today's show, maybe not Fridays, but some in the next week or two, I'll show some pictures from the event. But one of the things that I got for a source of inspiration, this.
Okay. What's this?
So there was a ribbon cutting ceremony.
Oh, gotcha.
So this is one of the pieces of ribbon that were cut. And I'm going to keep this on my desk for continuous inspiration that Mr. Jolly has provided myself, my dad, and others. So I'll use this as a source of inspiration. It was funny. I was chatting with him. He goes, "You're still broadcasting?" I go, "Yeah." He says, "You don't quit now." I said, "No, sir."
Right. Yes.
No, sir. Mr. Jolly is 88 years old and still going strong.
I love it.
Still going strong. So hail up Denim Jolly for all the work he has, and he'll continue to be doing.
Yeah, and the original flow. Now we got the
we got flow, maybe
the new flow, but
yes,
there is a 93.5
right here in Toronto. Yes. So let's get all that out of the way. We got a big event coming up, and you know what I'm going to do first? What I'm going to do is I'm going to show a little quick video for people, because for people who are on fast or detox like myself and Ryan, we don't want to see this, but for everyone else, this is for you. Hold on.
Nope, I think it cut. You want to try again?
It cut.
try to work with the destination marketing organizations and Black business associations across the country, Black media. We advertise it on Facebook and different media houses, and also publicity around getting them interviews and everything, so to get some more exposure for Black owned restaurants. So that's what we're doing, and that's why we're here. We launch this thing in a different city every edition, and this time we chose Vancouver. Thank you for welcoming me.
Yeah, shout out to Narissa and Clavia from
There you
BDA
go.
BC.
So, people, if you're hungry or you're hungry, it's your time. All right. It's ByBlacks. Well, ByBlacks Restaurant Week Fall Edition 2023 coming up. There's the link. But more importantly, we've got the driving force and some of the restaurants with us today, Monday, and on Friday. But first things first, going to bring up Roger Dundas of ByBlacks.com. Good morning, Roger Dundas.
Good morning.
Good morning. How we doing?
It was interesting looking at that clip and just remembering the Vancouver trip.
Right.
Calabash, man, it's nice.
Good.
Very nice. If you ever get to Vancouver, you have to go to Calabash down on old East Hastings Street.
Oh, so
downtown Vancouver. 13 years he's been there.
How many?
13 years.
Wow.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Love that.
I think you spoke to him in the spring.
Yes, I think so. I think so. How are things with the Dundas family first and most important?
We're fighting through. We're fighting through the fight. We're doing a good fight, like Ryan and like yourself. I was listening to the salad thing, so yeah, Lonnie and Sophia, we're gonna get them to break their
Hey, that's gonna be a challenge that I want to take on, is finding the best plant-based.
Wow. Okay. There's plant-based food in every restaurant.
Okay.
Every restaurant offers plant-based food, but I think when you get there to certain restaurants, you can't help but go eat the oxtail or whatever.
Exactly.
It's just
it's
gonna be too much temptation.
Okay. So for those who are not familiar, can you give us a little background on Restaurant Week, how it started and how it's grown?
Yes. So first of all, my name is Roger Dundas. Yes, I am the publisher and co-founder of ByBlacks.com, Canada's top-ranked online magazine that focuses exclusively on telling Black Canadian stories by Black Canadian writers. Very, very important for people to know that, because we get pitches from all over the world and the States, and we're not concerned about the States. We're only concerned about what's happening in Black Canada. So that's our focus, right? And right now we're very focused on telling stories that are more rooted in advocacy and issues. We're not doing profiles right now. So you'll see if you go on the website, you'll see for yourself that there are a lot of articles that are very heavy hitting and long form. So it's a good read, and it's like a 5 to 7 minute read. I think some of them can go up to even 10 minutes. So good reads that really educate you and inform you and make you feel better about being a Black person. So that's ByBlacks. So Restaurant Week. Yeah, so we, I say this, I don't want to bore people with a long story, but restaurants are very important to me personally, to my business. One of the catalysts of ByBlacks.com. So I'm not going to get into that long story, but suffice to say, it was one of the reasons why we started ByBlacks.com. Restaurants. Any restaurant who's out there and you're wondering why are we doing this, I have my closest affinity to the food industry, ByBlacks. All right. So what we saw though we were going to start it in 2018 and that didn't work out. And, we had put on a plan to do the Restaurant Week. And then in 2021, we saw this slaughtering of restaurants because of the pandemic. And yes, a part of it rests on the restaurant side that, they probably weren't doing as much marketing as they should. And not everybody has that skill set, right? A lot of restaurant owners are excellent cooks, excellent at operations, and maybe not so great with the marketing side, right? So that's fine. we figured, okay, if we have this quote unquote superpower, what is it that we can do to help an industry that, of all the industries, I think that was happening right there and then. I mean, apart from barbershops and salons, anything to do with personal care, restaurants were being heavily impacted, especially ones that were offering dine-in before. So we started this restaurant week in spring 2021 with the idea of kind of copying what the Winterlicious, Summerlicious guys did in terms of having the restaurants offer a prefix menu. So that's really it. So offer a prefix menu. So that's the appetizer, entree, dessert, slightly discounted price, 1 week only. That's it. 1 week. That's all you're gonna do. It's not just, I always use this example. Think of the Chinese restaurant. You go there and there's a special. There's like a dinner for two special or whatever, right? And it's 3 things or 4 things, and if you bought those 4 things individually, they would be more money.
Right.
If you buy them as a special, combo, special, prefix, same thing. You get a slight discount. So that's all it is, guys. Anybody who's watching right now live or on the repeat, it's an opportunity to try a restaurant at a slightly discounted price for just 3 things, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've seen restaurants give different things. Like Miss Livermore is just giving a 4-course meal.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah, she knows I'm there on the 23rd with a travel writer, so we'll be. I'm gonna be experiencing that myself because actually, Lonnie, I have not had the jerk chicken, so I've had almost everything else but the jerk chicken. So that's what they do, and then we, as I was explaining in that clip, we work with the Black community associations across the country, including people like ACBN, Black Business and Professional Association, Foodpreneur Lab, Black Business Association of British Columbia. We've worked, and Face Coalition, we've worked with the Chamber in the past. They didn't support it this time. We've worked with the BBI in the past. They didn't support it this time. But I think, that's reasonable. I think budget is killing a lot of people, right? I mean, times are hard. So we work with.
We need to get creative around how we support. It's not always only about money.
You know something? When I explain everything, it is about money. So, right. So here's the thing. So we work with the Black community associations. We work with the destination and marketing organizations, which, in my opinion, have been one of the greatest assets that Restaurant Week has received. And I need the restaurants to understand this. Destination marketing organizations like Destination Toronto, Discover Halifax, Destination Vancouver, whatever. Their job is to promote entertainment options in their cities, things that tourists can do and locals, right? So if they have a food festival, they're like, damn, I'm all over it, because they want people to come out and spend money, commerce, support the organizations, a whole, parking, the restaurant, Uber, etc. Think about the commerce around it. There's a lot of commerce around during any type of festival, including Restaurant Week. So they're heavily invested in it. And of course, they want to see their constituents survive, right? And thrive, right? They don't want to see restaurants failing. They don't like to see a restaurant close. They don't like it, right? No. So destination marketing organizations. Then we go over to the Black media. So the Black media has been what I consider phenomenal. When people tell you Black people don't support each other, that is, I can't say it on this program, right? So, if I was on the Saturday show with him, I would have said it, right? It's a whole different show. But the Black media also helps to promote the Restaurant Week through their channels. So we're talking about people like the Dr. Vibe Show, right? Shifter Magazine, Caribbean Vibrations, Caribbean Camera. Share News has helped us in the past, but they're shut down now, right? Who's the other one? I feel like I'm Jump Podcast.
Vibe.
Vibe 105.5 FM.
Yep.
Thank you. I'm going kind of alphabetically, but yeah. So Vibe. Right. And even Toronto Caribbean, who is not Black owned, but Caribbean, in the AB, African Black Caribbean media schools. Fever TV and Afro Global. Think about that for a second. Excellent. I reach out to them. I say, can I get some help? Yes.
That's how conversation should start, at least at minimum. I love it.
Well, it's interesting. Just offline just a minute. It's very interesting to see the unity like that, and then look at Alan Arthur's video that you posted, Ryan, on Friday.
Yeah.
Right? Very, very interesting.
Yes.
But that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, we want to get to the restaurant. So
Yeah. But just an
media,
FYI, Alan and I are having a conversation this week, by the way. Let's get back onto the restaurant.
So you do know that I'm the catalyst for that.
Yes, I know that.
Okay, all right.
So, I knew that.
Right. So after the destination marketing organization, the Black Media, we also work with influencers. So Black influencers. So this is a whole ecosystem for Black, right? So if we get any sponsorship dollars or any funds in, we're trying to put it back into Black Media and influencers. So we hire influencers to go and cover different restaurants and everything. All right.
Yes.
So, and then we have a publicity arm, of course, that's pitching to other media outside of also pitching to the Black Media, pitching to other media, so that the restaurants can get interviews, appearances, etc. Like, as I said, we're going to Miss Little Moore's on the 23rd of November with a travel writer from the States, right? So those are the opportunities that they get. Exposure beyond, in my opinion, beyond what they would normally get, maybe some of them, right? And then we work with affiliate groups too. So, not just established organizations. We can work with people like Black Daddy's Club. We can work with people like that. We can work with different, Black Queens of Durham, and ask them, and they are also, interested in sharing out this information and supporting the restaurants. And this is a national campaign. So restaurants are able to participate from across the country, right? So from British Columbia all the way over to Prince Edward Island, I think is the furthest east that you can go. We've had let me talk about
BI?
Yeah, there's 6 out there.
Are participating? Oh, wow.
Not strangely enough, not this time, but they participated the last time. As I said, BBI is not supporting. So the Black Community Association works, when it's regional, they would work with their constituents and get them to get on board and all of that. So that's pretty much how it works. And then of course coming to the money part of it, Ryan, we have to advertise it, right? So we have to advertise it we do advertise now on Pinterest and TikTok. Of course, you guys know that we as a media house, we have been blocked by Meta, and same thing has happened to CNN, CBC, everybody else who is considered a media organization. You cannot see the content if you're coming from a Canadian IP address. So we have said, okay, well, we're not going to spend no money with you either. So we're sticking with the foodie platforms. Instagram is a foodie platform, but I feel like TikTok has taken over, and Pinterest from a food perspective. So we'll advertise there.
Sure.
And also obviously with the giant Google. So that's the full marketing plan. So I hope any restaurant that's listening right now, who's ever on the call, that's what's happening. We do ads on our site, of course, and we do newsletters, and we still, we do social media posts as well, which are then shared by all the different destination marketing organizations. Overall, I would say the marketing reaches anywhere between 5 to 10 million Canadians. Just think about that. Because of the destination marketing organizations.
Yes.
I mean, Toronto alone has, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, probably about 1 million followers overall.
Right.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Absolutely. Wow.
That's huge.
And
go ahead.
One thing I want to say before we bring on the restaurants.
Yep.
I actually took a look since we've started this thing. I made a mistake in Vancouver. I said a wrong thing. The number of restaurants, Black-owned restaurants in Canada, has actually grown since we've started. I'm not going to say it's attributable to Restaurant Week, but we know that a lot of restaurants are closed. But the net effect, the new restaurants, taking away the ones that are closed, has actually increased. So right now we are looking at over 800 and something restaurants and caterers combined.
There you go.
So it's gone up. It's actually gone up. I think the increase is about 15%, somewhere around that region, 10 to 15%.
Okay. So, with all that Roger's laid down, I don't know, Ryan, should we take a quick break or should we just bring up the stars of the show?
Well, we'll do the break and then we'll come back with the restaurateurs.
Quick question, Dr. Vibe. Do you have the other promo video?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
You only sent me. I only got. Unless you sent me a different one in email. That's the one I picked up from the email.
Okay, I'll send you a different one.
Okay, no problem. So, because Ryan run things,
right,
we're gonna take a 90-second break, and we're gonna bring up all the restaurant tours we have this morning. I know there's a bunch of comments, people. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a break. I'm gonna read selected comments, then we're gonna bring up the guests. So keep it locked. ByBlacks Restaurant Week Fall Edition 2023 is coming. Lock it. Keep it tight.
You know, and that's what I feel like. You feel like you're the Harriet Tubman of the mind.
I am.
I feel like I'm I'm one of the Harriet Tubmans of intelligent Black people. Like, I want to liberate y'all from like being left behind and ignored and oblivion. No, really, the rappers get all the attention. You know, seriously, does anybody else feel this way? Like ignorant Black people, they'll be all up, you know, getting all the headlines on the Shade Room.
Overly sexualized Black folks.
Like the twerkers and the, you know, just people that, you know, don't always represent the best of us, you know, the diversity, you know, like people like Dr. Vibe. Like, everybody should know about people like Dr. Vibe. Dr.
Really
Vibe he's trying to do good work for Black people.
Dr. Vibe from Toronto. Good to see you, my brother. Dr. Vibe. Everybody follow Dr. Vibe. He has a great show. He's very good at what he does, and I have a lot of respect for him.
Okay, so let me hop into this. What's up, Dr. Vibe? How you doing? Everybody, if you see Dr. Vibe in the chat, everybody go follow the Dr. Vibe show. Dr. Vibe is a real smart brother and a good human being. I like the guy a lot, and he's very intelligent. And I think everyone should pay attention to what he's got going on. We got to shine the spotlight on the intelligent Black people out here that are really doing the good work. Don't just pay attention to the rappers and the celebrities. You know, a lot of these people are losers. Your true winners are your people in your community that are really having your back. You know, helping us to have stronger families and a stronger community. So Dr. Vibe is in that category. So you might see the Dr. Vibe show in this chat. If you see him, please go follow him. Okay. All right. So anyway.
Boyce Watkins.
Yeah, Boyce.
I love his wife, man. I really love his wife.
His wife did a great live last night talking about Black men and trauma. It was really, really, really good. So that's them. You know, real quick comments, because we got some wonderful people and I don't want to keep them waiting too much longer. So let's make it real quick with selected comments today. Dr. Tachi is here, who hosts the livest program about media, tech, and pop culture called Mediascope, weekly, usually Wednesdays, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, Instagram, and 6 p.m. YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitch, and I think Indie Soup Media is about 2 weeks away, and a lot of this content, pre-recorded content, you're going to see on Indie Soup Media, which has a reach of over 1 million people. So we're going to be getting on to that. Next up, Frequency Event Promotions goes. Good day, gentlemen. Dr. Vibe, Roger, and Ryan Knight. Next up, quick question. He has a question for Roger saying, does this...
I answered him.
Does this mean you're good?
Yes, I'm a great chef in the kitchen. Yes, I can cook pretty well, vegan and poultry and seafood. Opening own restaurant, no, but I'm actually on the board of a very high-end restaurant, Black-owned, that's about to, they're looking at their financing and coming up to open. So they asked me to be on the board. I think because of Restaurant Week.
Sure,
and the intuition that comes with doing this.
Wayne Harris, what's up? Great conversation last Friday, Wayne. And Carolyn's going to be reaching out to you in the next 2 or 3 days in regards to diet. Fitness IQ says, I'll promote it with Roger. Yep. Yes. Hope will inspire. Good morning, everybody. You know what? Let's bring the guests up. There's still more comments, but the guests have been patiently waiting. So let's get them on the stage. Sophia.
Hey.
Stacy.
Hi.
Lonnie. Good morning, everybody. What's
Sweet Black woman. There you go.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody.
What's going on, everybody? How's everyone doing?
Great.
Great to see
I'm
you.
great.
Well, you know what? How are we going to start this?
Okay. Who has the best oxtail? That's all I want. Put up the hand so I know where to go.
Right.
I'm breaking my fast with you, Stacy.
Going on a sample tour.
doubt.
All three. We're gonna go on a
Okay,
sample tour.
hey,
All right.
we will put it to the test. We'll see.
Okay, you know what? We're going to get each one to just briefly introduce yourselves. So I'm going to go on my screen from left to right. Lonnie, go ahead.
Morning, everybody. I'm Lonnie. I'm a chef owner of Miss Licklemore's, Caribbean-inspired restaurant downtown Toronto.
All right.
Nice.
Next up, let's go to Stacy.
Hi, good morning, everybody. My name is Stacy Porter, and I'm the owner of Stacy's Island Favor Restaurant. We were in Markham for 2.5 years. Now we're in Scarborough. So 5 years in business, almost.
Nice.
Okay. Congratulations. And Sophia.
Good morning. I'm Sophia from Ellis Kitchen. I'm the owner of Ellis Kitchen in Hamilton, and we've been in business for 23 years.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Congratulations, Sophia.
A little bit of trivia. I've been to Ellis Kitchen.
Yeah.
I went there like 15 years ago.
Oh.
Wow.
About 15 years ago. Yeah, there you go.
Fingers crossed I'll say the same in 22 years.
Lonnie, I think you're gonna do it.
Thanks,
Based
Roger.
on what I've seen
Alright.
so far. Yeah.
All right. So, you know what? What motivated each one of you to open your restaurant, and whoever wants to start first?
Okay, well, I've been a chef for about 20 years. I grew up in the business. I was in the restaurant industry since I was 19. So, like, that was my very first job. Found my husband in the restaurant business. When I was 20, met him. Everybody loved my food, so I started out as a waitress, but I decided that you know what, I love the kitchen part of the business, and everybody was always complimenting my food. So I started out doing catering, and then we gradually opened our first restaurant in 2013. It failed, tried again, and 2019, and then it became a success. So here I am.
Okay. All right. Who's next?
Good stuff.
Go ahead, Sophia.
Okay. Well, it wasn't my idea. It was my parents' dream to own a restaurant. They opened their first restaurant in 1989. That was in Hamilton, Santa Rosa. They had that for 10 years. And then it closed, and they opened up Ellis Kitchen in 2002. And then I fully took over in 2018.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
unfortunately, both my parents passed.
Okay.
Sorry to hear that.
Right.
Our condolences on that, but
Thank you.
congratulations on carrying on their legacy.
Yeah.
Okay, Lonnie.
So, good morning, everybody. Miss Licklemore's started off as a pop-up during COVID. Probably the worst time to start a business, but it actually worked out really well for us. My husband is also in the restaurant business. He owns a couple of different restaurants in Toronto, and his business partners had a space that they weren't using, huge patio. So we decided we were going to go for it. He's Guyanese. My mother is Jamaican. I'm born in Canada, but grew up cooking this way at home. I cook this way at home. And he said, I think you can do it. And I said, I don't think I can. He had faith. He had faith.
Yes.
So we opened in the summer of COVID, actually, and stayed open until there was no more indoor dining, indoor dining at all. And then partnered with a larger hospitality group to open our permanent home at King and Spadina. So we are, Miss Licklemore's is an elevated fine dining experience for Caribbean cuisine. So I think probably some kind of what we do is like the first of its kind in Canada, in terms of really offering a special dining experience that's kind of curated: food, music, atmosphere, that sort of thing. So for me, it's a very exciting thing because I'm trying to hopefully, in terms of business, how we partnered and how we opened is to kind of expand the business opportunities for Caribbean business, to let big people know that Caribbean businesses are viable, they are money making, they are sustainable, they attract a great clientele. So that's my job here.
So before we go any further, I hear a door knocking. So if you need to go answer that door, don't worry about that. All right. We're family here. I hear this knocking and go answer that door. Okay,
So
good stuff.
Let me interject
Go ahead.
since you just said something. So I went there with a friend of mine who's a chef, Selwyn. I went to Miss Licamore's and we went for dinner. And the one thing I noticed that the night that we went on a Thursday, and it was 65%, I would say, Asian clientele. And then the rest of us were white and black. You heard that, Lonnie? The night we came there and we were talking to you, right? I would say about 65% Asian.
It's very diverse. It's very diverse.
Yeah.
And I think the great part of that is that not only does it bring in a whole different group of people that, for me, opens up Caribbean dining and allows people who have maybe never experienced it before. You know, King Street, you don't think Caribbean King Street, you don't really associate those two things. Downtown Toronto has a lot of spots, but not a lot of sit-down spots for Caribbean cuisine. So I think what it does is it opens up the mindset of people who maybe haven't been, and then hopefully that kind of has a ripple effect for other businesses. So, you know, for me, my thought is it doesn't matter if I'm the only successful one. What I do has to kind of either open doors for other people, open eyes for other people, open hearts for other people, and then hopefully it expands to everybody's business, not just my own.
Excellent. So let's continue the conversation before Ryan gets oxtail dependent.
You mean withdrawal symptoms?
I don't eat oxtail, but Selwyn said the oxtail
Guys,
was amazing.
have you seen my Instagram?
No. You know, hey, while Dr. Vibe is asking his next question, I'm going there.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
check
right.
the latest oxtail post.
Okay, see, Ryan, the gauntlet, the tail has been put down. The tail has been put down. All right, so another conversation piece for all of you, and thank you for the introduction, the background. I'm gonna get there. I probably won't order oxtail, but if my dad comes with me, he'll want oxtail. So that's another conversation. But let me ask, how have each of your businesses managed since the pandemic? And Lonnie, I mean, Stacey, I want to start with you on that. How have you managed post-pandemic?
Okay. So during pandemic, honestly, like that, we opened in 2019 and then pandemic hit 2021, I think. So it was really, honestly, that was like the best business I've ever had in pandemic. Like the restaurant was closed, my lines were long. I I just made a joke the other day. You know what? I want pandemic to come back. Honestly,
You might get your wish this
you were
December.
not going
Careful.
anywhere and you're making the money and you're saving the money. So it was good. And then, of course, post pandemic, I was in transition. After a little bit after pandemic, I moved. I got sick actually. So I was home for 8 months and then I had to look for a different location. So that kind of messed things up a bit. So that was it. So we just reopened last July, July 1st. So, you know, at this new location, we're in transition.
Do you offer dine in there? Can we sit down and eat?
No, so it's a takeout.
It's a takeout. Okay.
Yeah, it's a takeout. So
But you have a few chairs there. There shall some chairs,
yeah,
guys.
we have a few chairs.
We'll be there.
Yeah.
You're on my list, Stacey. You're on my list. So I'll be there next week, not this week, but next week.
Okay, no problem.
No problem. So just want to continue with Stacey for just a moment. How has it been coming back?
Coming back, okay. So you know what? Honestly, so my customers in Markham, they made me. I'm not even gonna lie. And those are mostly Chinese customers. So When we reopened, all my customers came. Like they came, they promoted my business. They said, you know what, let's go over there, let's support her. So honestly, there has never been a, like I would say maybe in the some after the summer, like school is closing, there may be a slow period, but I do catering. So if it's not in the restaurant, it's in catering. So some weeks are slow. I'm not gonna lie, but I can't say haven't been able to pay my bill 1 month since I've been back.
That's a big thing. Who wants to go in next? How has business been post-pandemic, or if you also want to reflect how the pandemic was and how you've continued on since?
I can go. During the pandemic, we had a bar attached to our restaurant. So unfortunately, the bar had to close. And then I had to let go a lot of the staff. Um, but like Stacy was saying, we did pretty well with the takeout. Um, we had the lines as well. It was good. And we also got more customers who didn't know us because they're on doing skip the dishes or Uber. They were checking us out on there. So yeah, we did pretty well after pandemic. Yeah, we decided not to reopen the bar. Um, that was a choice where I I didn't want to really open it back up, and we were thinking of selling it, but we just changed our minds, and we were going to open up another restaurant there, but our building was deemed unsafe, and we just had to move out of the building. So after the pandemic, we had to move out, and we just opened up where we are now. So we had about a 10-month break because we're looking for a new space. So we just opened up this new location in June. So, and this spot is really like the new location. So everything kind of worked out a little bit better.
How was that transition time?
Looking for a new spot because we were at our old spot for 20 years.
Wow.
And yeah, and to find somewhere else, and the rent prices were like shocking. I was like, what? And just to find everything that checked our boxes, like look, parking, foot traffic, and we took a while to find somewhere. So, and then plus we didn't want to be next to another Caribbean restaurant. We wanted some space, so, and at the time there was a lot opening up. So it's like, I find a spot, oh, there's a Caribbean restaurant right there. Okay, we don't want to be too close to them. So, keep looking. So it took a while.
I appreciate you sharing this because a lot of people, we only eat the food, but there's the business end of it that people don't realize. And I know that's one of the reasons Roger's so passionate about this, because it is a business. And if Black Canadians are going to survive and thrive, our businesses got to survive and thrive.
Yeah.
Just let me just jump in here and just say one thing that we have a business directory on ByBlacks, and we have the largest business directory of Black-owned businesses across the country, and we try to maintain it as much as we can. Right? 20% of the businesses listed are food businesses. So if you think about it differently, a Black person, 1 in 5, is more likely to go into a food business than any other business. Yeah. There's no other business that high. The closest thing to it is, I believe, barbershop, and that's less than 50%. So that's under 10%. Barbershop, beauty salon, under 10%. Restaurant number is the highest number. Restaurant and catering, right? And there's a reason for that, because we don't need to cut our hair, but we need to eat food. Got it?
Well,
we have to eat.
I need to cut my hair. I don't know about you, but
you do it yourself, just like me. I did it this morning. Come on. But I just want to say that because to understand the scale of it. It's a big thing for Black people. That's the business that we are most likely to go in. 20% of us go into this business if we're going into a business.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just think about it that way.
Because
Yes.
it is one of the hardest businesses, and I don't think that the general public, like, what, ladies, you are in it 20 years and 10 years, and knowing how difficult it is, I don't think anybody realizes how the business works on the backside, and like the margins of a restaurant. So everybody's like,
Oh boy.
I'm going to open a restaurant, but your food costs and your
Food costs.
and the rents, especially after COVID, finding a location, all of those things. It's a very difficult business to be in. So to hear that so many Black businesses are the food industry, I mean, we have to get out there and we have to support them, because it is a very difficult industry to be in.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say difficult. I say hard.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say difficult. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not difficult. Lonnie, yourself, how pandemic, post-pandemic?
So we started in the pandemic. We started outdoors, which was great. And I mean, it was really a kind of a labor of love between my husband and I. And I don't know that we thought it was going to go much further, because literally every day when we opened the doors, I knew everybody on my patio. I knew everybody who came to the restaurant, and I was like, what happens when people I know stop coming? So I didn't know what was going to happen. And so we spent most of the pandemic looking for a space. And unfortunately for another business owner, but fortunate for us, the pandemic closed their business, and we took over the space and spent most of the time that the restaurants were closed, renovating and getting ready to open. So we've only been open. We just celebrated our 1 year in September. So thank you. So 1 year in our permanent space. But the pandemic, I think it highlighted a lot of things for many businesses, but it also highlighted the fact that, people are going to be much more cautious with their money and, their time. So they really want value for their money, and they really want to make sure that when they're going out, they're having a full experience. So I think for us, it showed us or highlighted to us that, it can't just be about food hitting a plate. It has to be about giving people an entire experience.
Hey, Lonnie, I want to ask a question. Sorry, I'm jumping. Can you explain the concept of the family portion? Because I think a lot of people come to the restaurant and they get the food and everything, and I'm just gonna say it, some people get sticker shock, but they don't realize that it's so much food.
It's family style, yeah. So
Right.
everything we do is family style, meant to be shared. So we don't do like a composed plate. So if you come to the restaurant, you can order an entire jerk chicken, and it's many pounds.
Chicken.
Many pounds of jerk chicken, almost 2 pounds of oxtail in our dishes. I know people.
Wow.
Almost.
Oh,
I know.
don't say that to Ryan. You said that too loud.
Well, people, they're very large pieces. We get them specialty cut, and I think family style for me, and I'm sure everybody here can feel the same, is, it kind of is a throwback to Sunday dinners and family, that time with family and sharing and being able to sit down with another person. Like I was thinking about the experience. I mean, I think sometimes that the experience is the important part of it. You make memories, you share food, and especially in the Caribbean culture, I mean, food is so personal and so emotional that we want to make sure that we are kind of cultivating that, and we do that, especially in our restaurant. You'll see we just had this lovely lady celebrate her 87th birthday with us, but we also have people who are bringing their kids in to celebrate their 10th birthday with us. So we're getting everybody from young to old, and hopefully kind of creating a family atmosphere. When people walk in, our hostesses welcome them home, and the smells, the sounds, the flavors are all there. So we're hoping that family style, that shared, yes, we'll kind of get rid of the sticker shock when you see that you share it between 2 or 3 people.
Yeah, awesome.
All right, fantastic. Ryan, do you have any questions yet?
Yeah, because I'm hearing a lot of talk of food, but I'm not seeing. Does the share screen still work, Dr. Vibe, if I use it?
Yes, it does.
Let me know if it'll work, because
oh my God,
Stacy threw it down.
Boy.
She said to check the Instagram. Is it showing?
Okay, hold on.
Let me know. Let me know when it's up.
In a minute.
It's up.
It's
It's
up.
up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is what we're talking about. Legit.
Food porn.
Sophia on
I have to
Stacy's
drive to
page.
Scarborough.
Oh, there you
Yo,
go.
this is lunch today. What are we talking about? And then Miss Lickamores.
Oh, beautiful.
Yo, I can see the
Nice.
upscale style.
Mhm.
And Ellis. So I have to talk to my goodness, Evelyn from ACA, the
Yeah.
African Canadian Association of
Nice
Canada.
woman. Yeah.
Because I talked to her a lot about businesses that are in Hamilton. So we definitely have to find time to touch base. And my question for the panel would be, what are those supports that you feel you're missing right now? Like, what can organizations like ACBN, BBPA, the Chamber, the Black Chamber do for your business? And I'll start with you, Sophia. Kind of, what would you want to see in support from our organizations?
Well, I've met Evelyn. She's come by. She usually picks us when she does caterings.
Nice. Yes.
Yeah, so she's a really nice woman. I feel our community, the Afro Caribbean, they're helping us. They're 100%. They come in and I don't, yeah.
Okay.
Ryan, she says
Really
she's
not
good.
really good.
She's
No.
good. She's good.
All right.
All right, Stacy.
Okay, well, honestly, I'd like to see more Black female customer in my restaurant.
Yeah.
Like,
Really?
I would like to see that because I'm supported by, even when I check my Instagram, 60% men, not a lot of female, no, Black females, but I've had like other nation females, but I'd love to get more support from Black female customers
Okay.
because that's a huge population.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Demographically and economically. Go ahead, Roger.
There's a group. There's a number of female groups on Facebook. There's Black Queens of Durham. There's Black Moms Connection. So maybe one of the things, if you're a mom as well, to jump into the group and just throw your information up there.
Yeah, start contributing, responding.
Yeah,
to
just
content.
let them know, hey, this is our special today, or this is what we're going on. This is what we're offering for Restaurant Week. How about that? Share it in different groups and let them know.
Yeah.
Let people know.
Yeah, because don't expect them to come running to you. You got to reach out to them.
I know I'm shy.
No. You can't. Hey. So this is it.
Roger gonna come on. Watch out.
Yeah, you cannot be in business and be shy. That's a no.
Yeah.
That's absolutely no.
That's the only problem.
So when you go on TV, so when we say, okay, hey Stacy, can you go on TV? You're gonna say, no, I'm too shy.
I've been on TV twice this year.
Perfect.
City Pulse and CP24. And City News.
And you've been on the Dr. Vibe show with the Morning Vibe.
And now I'm on that. Yeah.
I did have a situation where
not that shy, but I just don't like to pressure people.
Yeah,
like
true. Yeah.
What?
You have to. That's the name of the game. You know, Popeyes and Kentucky and McDonald's pressuring you every day to buy their food. Every day, all over.
Absolutely.
Bus stop shelter, TV, radio, print, tap. Come on. That's where you're competing. You have to pressure them.
I think Stacy is teasing us because the post I saw on Instagram for your birthday, you're posing up just fine. So you're just teasing.
Busted.
No, I'm just, you know what? I'm celebrating myself,
Yes.
Okay.
That's the restaurant.
Celebrating yourself and just telling one or two other people, right?
Accomplishments. I just, this year I just felt like I've been through the ringer. It's been rough. I'm not even lying. I've been operating this business by myself because my husband and I are no longer together. So
No, sorry to hear
basically, the first restaurant, I did it by myself. I cooked, I cleaned, I washed dishes. I got burns. Like, it was hard. It was really, really tough on me. And you know what? Just to see, it's almost 5 years. Next year is 5 years, and I survived. So this year I just felt like I should be celebrating myself.
You deserve it.
I deserve
100%.
it.
Yes.
Don't wait for the 5 years. Do it every day.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Lonnie, just continuing on with Ryan's question, are you looking, what supports would you like to have, if any, especially when it comes from the black lens?
We've had a lot of support. We've had a lot of community groups come through and support the restaurant. I will say this, collectively, I would like to see us stop the one or the other conversation. I think that we need to be supportive collectively of all Black-owned Caribbean restaurants. I hear a lot of like, don't go here, only go there. And honestly, I have been a champion. I am a cheerleader of all of the restaurants that are here in Toronto and the GTA and now Hamilton. So I think what I say to people all the time is we never question the fact that there are 2 Italian restaurants on a block. We never question, multiple Greek restaurants. All Danforth is Greek restaurants.
Yeah, Greek restaurants, yeah.
And they're all successful and they are supported by their community. And I would like to see the same for ours. I have my own restaurant. I could go and eat oxtail in my restaurant every day, but I am still going to, restaurants up the street that, are rest in peace to the founder of Caribbean Corner. Sorry, not Caribbean Corner.
Diners Corner.
Diners Corner. I still go there. I still frequent those places. Was there at Pat's moments before he closed. So all of those things are important, and I think collectively as a community, understanding that in order for all to be successful, one has to be successful, and we have to support everybody. So that's the only thing that I would say is like I want to be inclusive in our support.
Okay. Next conversation piece. Restaurants Canada says that there are over 100,000 open food service jobs across Canada.
Whoa.
How has that impacted your restaurants going, especially when I was speaking to a number of restaurants post-pandemic, getting staff and keeping staff, getting good staff and keeping staff? Has that impacted any of your establishments, and how have you dealt with it?
Impacted me because right now I've has families here. So my cousin is working here, my sister is working here, and I have a good friend working here. So right now it's only family. We only have one guy that is not like family. So there's 5 of us, and you have to say 4 of us are family.
Okay.
Same with me. It's mostly family and friends that work. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lonnie?
No.
We've been lucky enough at Little Moore's to pretty much have the same staff from when we've opened, which is crazy in the restaurant business. But I did find it surprising, I think, when we first started interviewing, given that we were a Caribbean-inspired restaurant, that we did not see as many Caribbean cooks, chefs, etc., applying for the jobs. I was actually stunned. I thought that we would, open our doors and we would have this, kind of sea of Caribbean diaspora coming through, and that was not the case. We do have some Caribbean staff, Jamaica, Bahamas, Barbados, and then some of our wait staff. But I really thought that we were going to see much more in terms of kitchen profession, but we did not.
Roger, do you want to add on to that? Because you've been to over 300 Black Canadian restaurants in this country.
Ouch.
Do you have anything you want to add? Pardon me?
It's a high head count.
You want to add on
Um,
because that's like the different
yeah,
stories there.
you know what?
Go
Just
ahead.
coming back from Vancouver and at Calabash, he didn't have any black staff either, and that's just British Columbia is 1% black population, so it's hard to even find a black person, even see a black person on the street, much less to hire a black person. So I think the nuances of the restaurant, especially, and you guys in the business can say it better than me, that when you hire a non-black person that's not from our culture, it's harder for them to explain the meals. So I saw that at Brata in Halifax, they had I think the person was Pakistani, and when you're asking them about does the ackee and sawfish have food, she's like, what? What are you saying? I mean, but we know what we're talking about, right? So dumpling and banana and things. So it's just some of the nuances of the different cultures that don't really understand the food. But I've seen it across the board now, where like in Halifax, there are a lot of non-melanated staff in different restaurants. There are a number of restaurants there that are owned like 1/3 black, and they look like Miss Liquamores, and the clientele is like 100% hipster white. There's no but it's black infused. Meal jerk, this, blah blah blah. So it's different as you go across. I think it's more homogenous in Ontario specifically, and specifically the GTA, right? Where you'd go into a Stacey's or Ellis, and you'll see, mostly black people, or like you go to Sunrise, etc. But other restaurants and other places, you don't see that.
The first restaurant, which was in Markham, yes, once I was lucky to have 2 black staff, but it was all like Asian and Indians.
There you
But
go.
here coming into Toronto, and I think the reason for that is Markham is not like heavily populated by black people, and then there's 2
Anymore.
fares to get here. But then coming in here, like I tried to get black chefs up there, and I could not. Like I couldn't get a black chef. So I don't know. So I have no idea where the black chefs are. It's just fortunate that I'm a chef, and I most of the time I don't allow anyone else to touch my food. I cook.
Yes.
Okay. All right. We're starting to wind it down. I'm going to have 1 or 2 more conversations, and there's some quick questions from the audience too. So I think what we'll do is there's some quick questions. We're going to go to them first, sir. To some of you right here, there's some quick questions. So before we go any further, let me take a look. Okay. So we have a question here for Sophia. No, not. What was it for? No, I think it was for Ella. Oh, she's gone away. Okay, Okay, Lonnie. Question here. Frequency Event Promotions has a question. Who came up with the name Miss Licklemore, and what is the backstory of the name itself? I'm sure it's not the first time you've had that question.
No. So actually, it was myself and my daughter. We were one of our partners is Tyrone Edwards, and he was doing a initiative back then during COVID. See You Soon, and we were at the same time starting Miss Licklemore's, which we didn't know was Miss Licklemore's at the time. So we were trying to kind of brainstorm what would the name be. And a lot of the recipes come from the misses of our family, my grandmother's jerk recipe, Darren's mother's carrot cake recipe. At the time, one of our other cooks at the pop-up, his mother had a recipe on the menu. So we were trying to think of something that kind of combined the misses. And then the Licklemore was Licklemore, see you soon, a little more food, a little more love, a little more life, but also see you soon, see you a little more. And so we kind of combined all of them and came up with Miss Licklemore's. And it really is like a kind of a great synopsis of what we are. And on our bills at Miss Licklemore's now, it says never goodbye, just Licklemore. So
Nice.
see you again, see you soon, have a little more.
Nice.
All right, love that. Okay, let's get to some things. I got a question for everybody. I know we've lost Stacy for a moment, but I'm sure she'll be back. But the other 2 can answer while we're live here. What is on your prefix menu for the upcoming ByBlacks Restaurant Week?
With my menu, we have soup. So you can get small soup, medium jerk chicken, and then half a pint of ice cream. I have 10 flavors of ice creams.
How many?
Yeah.
10.
10.
10 flavors.
Rum and raisin, grape nut, coconut, mango, pina colada, Blue Mountain coffee, peanut punch, Milo. 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 Wow, wow, wow. Sour sop and dragon stout.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Milo.
Milo.
Yeah.
Is
And
it
they're all
is it
homemade.
green or is it green
make
and
them all.
brown? Is it green and brown? What about yourself, Monty? What's on the prefix menu?
We have our little patties, which we are pretty famous for. They're fresh made every day in house. They're an oxtail and spicy beef patties. We have our nuff nuff slaw, which is a really beautiful salad that has about 28 different ingredients in it: papaya, green mango, chocho, a bunch of different things, and then some crispy taro inside. On top, we have our famous jerk chicken, Miss Edna's jerk chicken. Miss Edna is my grandmother. Miss Edna's jerk chicken with mac pie and cocoa rice. And then a slice of our famous carrot cake.
Is it a slice? Because it looks more like the way you serve it is like in a pie dish.
Yeah, normally it's a full cake, but for this menu, we're doing a slice of carrot cake.
Slice, okay. All right, cool.
Okay.
But yes, normally you get the whole cake.
Yes.
So, Stacy, thanks for good to have you back. What is on the prefix menu for the ByBlacks Restaurant Week?
Okay, so we have some fish cake bites, which is saltfish fritters. We have fricassee chicken, and for dessert, we have cheesecake.
Ooh.
Mm.
She sent me the picture of the cheesecake, and I am salivating. By the way, I'm salivating.
Okay.
So,
Question here, and I knew Wayne, didn't get your other one. I'm going to make sure this one comes in. To any of you, Wayne is asking, would you be better to attract and maintain staff if you offered benefits?
Absolutely.
Maybe yes.
Yes. That's one of the things that we're working on for excuse me, for the new year for Miss Licklemore's. I think that the restaurant industry, hospitality in a whole, probably does not do its best to support its workers. So I'm one of my personal mandates for Miss Licklemore's is to really kind of do a people first type approach to things, and making sure that people are supported through their physical and mental health, issues that we all deal with. Definitely in the new year, we plan on exploring benefits for everybody. It's kind of tough. It's hard because there are some nuances there, part-time versus full-time, but absolutely. I think that, I don't see why it's not offered everywhere.
Okay. Okay. Well, I have a feeling Mr. Harris is going to be contacting you right quick, because that's up his alley, big time. That's up his alley. Also, Wayne had another question here. I can't remember who said they were off work for 8 months.
Stacy.
I did.
Stacy.
Yes.
Yeah. Wayne asked for you, Stacy. Did you have critical illness or disability insurance during that time?
No, actually I didn't. So all my savings that I made in pandemic, like I had to use up a lot of it. So
Wow. And that's the reality of the industry. That she's not the only one, family.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Don't think that's a rare thing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's sometimes a common thing in this industry.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really true. So before we let you get to probably a quiet day for you all, yeah, really, how can people get a hold of your food? What are the different ways? Who wants to start off?
Well, I'm easy because we're dine-in only.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're at 3007 Shepherd Avenue East. So you can come on in. We have a very good website. You can order through the website or Instagram, very interactive. You can call me You can text me on Instagram. I'll answer. I think I spend too much time on Instagram.
Keeping it real. Hold on.
I'm always there. And you
Stacey,
can
what's the major
email me.
intersection?
We're at Pharmacy and Shepherd.
Pharmacy and Shepherd. Okay, cool.
Yes, and
Pharmacy
you can
and
email me. We're here.
You're right. Like you're like 10 minutes drive from where I am.
That's what I was
Pharmacy-
thinking.
yeah.
Nice.
Dr. Bob said.
Yeah, Pharmacy and Shepherd. You know, there used to be a very famous Hakka restaurant in that area that closed down, Lynn Garden.
Oh yes, behind us. They're right
Okay,
behind us.
so that's where you,
Okay.
okay.
Done deal.
Okay, done deal.
Well,
All
what are
right.
your opening hours though, Stacey? I know Miss Lickmore's is open from 5 every day.
So we're open from 10 actually till 8 p.m. 8 and on the weekends 8:30.
What days? All days?
Monday to Saturday. We're
Monday to
closed on
Saturday.
Sundays.
Close on Sunday. Okay, cool.
All right, Sophia.
Okay, you can find us we're at 148 Ottawa Street North in Hamilton.
Mhm.
We're open Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. and on Sundays, 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Oh, so we're also like we're dine-in, takeout, we're on Skip the Dishes, Uber Eats. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
And Lonnie, I didn't put up your restaurant's contact information. You want to add anything more than that, other than maybe the address?
We're at King and Spadina. We're open 7 days a week, and we have a DJ on the weekends. We're open pretty late on the weekends. I think I took our last reservation at 11 p.m. on the weekends.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a vibe.
All right. All right. Gonna ask one last conversation piece for each one of you. What do you do to take a break?
I play with my granddaughter.
You what?
I play with my granddaughter. I spend a lot of time with my family.
Hold on, I'm trying to look carefully.
Yeah.
She has a granddaughter. What is she saying?
Yeah, I have a little. She's almost the same age as the restaurant. She was born just about a month after we opened, and honestly,
Congratulations.
thank you.
Congrats.
She is like just pure innocent joy. So that's when I need just to take a break from everything, the craziness of the hospitality industry. I just get bossed around by a little toddler.
Okay. Stacey, Sophia, what do you do to take a break?
For me, honestly, sorry, I travel a lot. I take lots of mental health breaks.
I love Stacey. Stacey, you are right.
I'm not even joking. Sorry, I'm celebrating myself.
Good, because if you don't celebrate yourself, no one's going to celebrate for you.
Exactly.
Right?
Been through too much.
You go, but you're still here.
I'm still here.
Right?
By the grace of God, I'm still here. Yeah.
There you go. And Sophia, what do you do to take a break?
well, I don't take much breaks, but
You were gonna say that.
I have
Don't
one
do
for you,
that.
but probably a cup of tea and watch an episode on Netflix. That's probably about it.
Okay. All right.
Netflix
Well,
and chill.
Can I just add something here? And I would like to just point this out is that part of why I think sometimes Roger has spoken about the sticker shock of Miss Licklemore's, but part of doing things on a bigger scale is also to show people like Stacey and Simone. They both just said, well, Simone in particular, but it doesn't take
Sophia.
doesn't take much of a break because normally Caribbean restaurants are exactly what Stacey said before. They are cleaned, they are cooked, they are managed, they are by the one person who owns that restaurant. And I think it's important for us collectively as Caribbean business owners to make time for ourselves, to make sure that we allow people to come into our businesses that can support us, because you like Stacey said, you need to celebrate yourself, but you need to be able to take that time away in order. Also, it's hard to grow your business when you are working your business. It is hard to do. So it's important. It's important for us. It's important for us to allow people to come into our businesses so that we can take a step back and see where those things are missing, how we can grow them, how we can put them on a bigger scale, how we can promote them, how we can get more customers through the door, all of those things. So that's my hope for both of you, is that, you know, you can have somebody come in that can help you take a step back, see where your business needs your expertise, because there's a reason you've been around for 20 years. And in order to use that expertise, you can't be doing the cooking, the hiring, the cleaning, all of those things. So I hope that you can find somebody that can allow you to do that.
Yeah, mentor.
I do agree. I do agree with what you just said, because my friend just came, a professional chef that he worked at like Hilton's, Marriott. He just left. He came all the way here, and he did a routine for us. He told us exactly what we needed, and so a lot has changed. And I employed somebody else because he said, you know what, this is what you need to prep. This is all you need to do. So I did that, and it's running a lot smoother right now.
That's a big win. Well, I want to encourage all of you to work on your business, not in your business.
True.
Big time. And I want to thank each one of you. Lonnie, Stacy, Sophia, gonna be by there in the next few weeks. I think Ryan's gonna run an oxtail competition. So that's up to him.
Okay, we'll be back.
All right. And two last things I want to wish you.
And I will come and support you guys' business. I promise.
I believe
yes.
I believe
that.
that.
I strongly encourage that. Strongly encourage.
Absolutely. To you, your families, your staff, and your customers, make sure you don't just manage your time, manage your energy, and remember to give yourselves grace.
Yeah, 100%.
Thank you so much for making an epic conversation. We'll see you soon. And Ryan, the race is on. Take care, ladies.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Have a great day.
Bye.
You too. Bye.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
Wow,
So
Milo ice cream. Jeez.
Wow. That is
I must have missed that. You know, we put that thing up on the site and I did not read it until just now.
Right.
So just a few things. Okay. So Dr. Tachi went Milo ice cream.
I think Dr. Tachi's gonna come up here soon, eh?
Yeah.
She's gonna be here soon. She may be here during restaurant week. Who to tell?
We also, Wendy goes, ha ha, who doesn't love a good oxtail gravy? Quote, boomerang, unquote, Ryan. And Dr. Tachi was reacting to the Instagram post. Look at that gravy. Look at that gravy.
Motion detected.
What else? Dr. Tachi saying, wow, 2 pounds of oxtail and a whole jerk chicken. Dr. Tachi, I'm telling you, you're missing out here. Oh, and Wayne, make oxtail cheap again.
Hashtag.
There you go. Dr. Tachi, yes, I like the idea of a prefix menu. That's something they do here for Miami Spice Restaurant Month and Dine Out Lauderdale Restaurant Month. Okay.
Wow, 1 whole month. Wow.
Month. That is huge.
Maybe we should just
reach out to them.
Month.
Yeah.
Revolution.
Let's do a month instead of doing the 2 different things.
Yeah.
Who to
maybe
tell?
do it in both locations. Exactly. Fitness IQs goes to Ryan. Ryan, you should have started your detox.
Right. Yo,
too early.
And Wayne, sorry, the conversation ran, but what would have been a very interesting question. There is no success without successors. What is your exit strategy?
Wayne, you're asking some tough questions because most businesses don't have exit strategies. We just went through our process in 2020, actually, of developing a success plan. So it's fully in place right now.
There you go.
So I could die, ByBlacks will carry on. Camille could die, ByBlacks would carry on. Doesn't matter.
Absolutely.
Both of us could die, ByBlacks is going to carry on based on the plan that's in place.
Fantastic. I got to stop this on Instagram. If you've been watching, you caught a great conversation, but catch a full conversation on the Dr. Vibe Show on YouTube. Remember to give yourself grace. Don't just manage your time, manage your energy. Keep the faith. So, Roger, great kickoff on Monday. We got round 2 coming up on Friday.
Yes. And I like the fact that these are all strong black female owners.
Yep.
You know, running business. As I said, I'd been to Ellis a long time ago, back in the days of covering different areas, doing flyering. You know, taking my team out there and showing them the different places, right? Which, as again, is the genesis of this whole restaurant week, of having the locations, GTA, London, KW area, Barrie, Montreal, Ottawa, and realizing that the restaurants, this is in 2010, by the way, that the restaurants that were listed there, I would say at the time, 75% of them didn't have a website. 75. Think about that. Not like that today, because they've leveraged, even if they don't have a website now, they have managed to leverage like their Skip the Dishes page or Uber Eats page or whatever, Ritual and Instagram. But those are not, that's not the right way to do it. The right way to do it is, of course, to have your own website plus those other add-on marketing vehicles. So that's you know, when you see restaurants doing it properly. So interesting. I don't know if you picked up the fact that Miss Licklemore's only offers dining.
Yep.
There's no Uber, Skip the Dishes, DoorDash. You can't buy food. You can't buy takeout either. As far as I know, you got to go in there and sit down and eat. So it's a whole experience.
The experience, you know, and that's one of the things, the experience, you know, these restaurants, what is the customer experience?
Yeah.
Very important.
I'd have to say, I mean, with bias that, and I've seen, as you say, I've seen so many restaurants, and Miss Licklemore's is the nicest looking restaurant. I give it 10 out of 10 for customer service and aesthetics. It's 10 out of 10. The only other restaurant I've seen that way is a restaurant called Tropical in Montreal. And he just recently opened up a new location in Ottawa in Byward Market area. Wow. So we'll be going there in October next year, Ryan, when we're there or even in the scouting process. I'm sure we're going to go by the scouting.
That's excellent.
We'll go check it out up there. So that's something to know.
All right. What is up for the rest of the week, Roger? More stuff going on with Restaurant Week, or you move on to your next thing?
No. We everything starts pretty much today. The TikTok, the Pinterest, the newsletters and all that. It doesn't make sense to send it out early because people, they don't pay attention early. They want to know, oh, this thing is coming up, and then they start to make their bookings. We're doing a invite-only session on the 20th at a restaurant. I won't give the name, so I don't want people to flood the place that are not invited. So, so that's going to be with the sponsors, the media, my team, clients, and restaurant owners that are participating. So everybody's a convergence of people, just like a nice networking mixer thing, and sample one of the restaurant's prefix menus. So that's going to be awesome. November 20th, we're doing that, and then that's pretty much it. Tomorrow I'm headed up to Calgary, going on a whole different journey. Calgary and then Golden, BC.
Wow! All right.
And then I'm back on trip. That's excellent. Yeah, I'm back on Saturday.
All right, Ryan, what's up for you the rest of this week?
Yeah, this week is I'm looking at my calendar. I'm not going to cheat just yet. I'm going to wait.
Just yet.
I'm mapping out all the oxtail spots. So definitely for restaurant week, that is. So it's a mix of oxtail and plant dishes. Gotta find them both.
Do you want me to tell on you to Carolyn, or should I shut my mouth?
So she's gonna.
All right. Well, look, all things ByBlacks.com. Just go to the website, ByBlacks.com. Roger, again, thank you and Camille for continuing to strive for Black Canadian excellence.
Yes, sir. You're welcome.
Very much appreciated. Everybody else, you can catch replays of this epic conversation called The Morning Vibe, the Dr. Vibe Show, YouTube and Facebook, Afro-Caribbean Business Network on their Facebook and YouTube, and Ryan O'Neill Knight, YouTube and LinkedIn. Anything else anyone wants to share before we kick it out? I'm going to get subscribe to the Dr. Vibe Show on YouTube. Hit the subscribe and notification button. Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Follow the Dr. Vibe Show. Follow Ryan wherever he is jerking or tailing. And join the Dr. Vibe Discord group on email me there. And also, if you want to advertise your business, product, or service on the platform, email me dr. at VIBE at the drvibeshow.com. All right. I think we got 2 more last comments and we're kicking out because got a lot of things. Look at this Fitness IQ count. He's snitching on himself already. Oh, God.
Yeah, I got caught already, so I packed out the bag. I can't go to the restaurants anymore.
Okay, so kick in. We're going to finish it off in another set of restaurants Friday morning at 9 a.m. Roger will be back.
Nice.
Ryan hopefully will be back after you walk the kiddos to school. Live your
Yes.
life as a dream. If you can dream it, you can make it. Sometimes you have to get small to get stronger. Block assumptions. Aim bigger, aim better, aim higher, aim wider. Love, faith, and respect. Remember to give yourselves grace and don't just manage your time, manage your energy. God bless. Peace well. Keep the faith and walk good. Cheers.